Hello, everybody. This is Stephen Huang. You can call me Steve. Today, we are going to look at how to blog. Now, when I say blog, I mean blog about content that people will want to read about, and usually it is something interesting or something that can help someone be able to do something to improve their life or get something done. So, here is a view of my blog. This one blog is about food. As I come from Singapore, we all love food, and therefore I've put a few pictures and a write up on a blog, a cafe that I went to with my girlfriend. So I've got about 90 over blogs in my blog, Empower Network blog currently, and as you will know, what you want to do is to have something that helps someone. So in terms of that blog that I just showed you is a food blog. So maybe you can bring someone to that cafe the next time you see my blog, or some information that's interesting, you know. And you can also blog about your own experiences and stuff that you know that people will relate to. So what we're going to do is we want to research on keywords that are useful, um, that people will search for when they are looking for something. Okay, so one of the things that I wouldn't say expert in, but I'm pretty good at is marathons. So I've ran 4 marathons now. So today we're going to write about marathon training. So what I did, as you can see, is I went to Google AdWords. Google AdWords is a keyword research tool, and what you want to find is something is a keyword that people search for. There's probably over 5,000 global searches. That should be a really good number to start with, and something between 5,000 to 30,000. That's the numbers I usually go to. Anything bigger than that, there will be competition. Anything lesser than that, it wouldn't be really worth it for you to start blogging on. So I'm gonna log into my Empower Network blog right now and to show you what I usually do. So I'm going to show you the exact thing that I do day in day out, how I blog daily. So I click on login, and I start clicking on the number three, step number three, which is login and start blogging. So you will realize that uh, I just follow core steps. Like every day I'll just do a certain number of things to make sure that I block well and then therefore market some online products. So what you do is by the way, you can do this with your own blog, but the Empower Network gives you the opportunity to make money, so why not? So I'm gonna write down first the heading. So just now we found that a marathon training plan was a keyword that I think searched for about 8,000. If you're not sure, you can actually rewind this video. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, which means you can just click on the exact time that you want to replay this, and feel free to replay it as often as you can to see what I do exactly. So what I did done is on the right side. If I just put up a keyword into the SEO score, or in other places they call it SEO presser. And what it does is it tells me what to do to make sure that my blog post is optimized for that keyword. Now, why do I want to optimize it? Because I want it to be able um, to be found easily on search engines such as Yahoo, Google, etc. So as you can see on the box on the left, there are green ticks and red crosses. Red crosses means that you haven't done the things that are required for you to optimize the blog, and of course green ticks means you have passed. So the couple of things that you need to do is to make sure, number one, your title, okay, the one at the top, includes your keyword, okay. Number two, you put in your keyword. If you have it, if you join me and use Empower Network as your blog, because people pay a lot of money for the SEO scoreboard you see on your right. Yeah, people pay a lot of money to be able to optimize their blog. And if you join Empower Network, it's gonna be like $25. You get a highly optimizable blog. You get a highly optimizable blog, and you also get a SEO presser at the side. I don't think it's exactly SEO oppressor, but it's a SEO scoreboard, and you will just know exactly what to do to optimize the blog. Therefore, your blog will be easily found on the search engines. Okay, um, so a couple of things that you need to do. Let's just take an example. For example, as I've highlighted, as we're going along, you can just follow my mouse. As I've highlighted, the cross that I want to pass now is I want to make sure there's a H2 tag that contains my keyword. My keyword is marathon training plan, and therefore I want to make sure that it is a H2. What a H2 basically means is H2 means that it's a second heading. That's why it's called H2. Now H1 is actually on the top. H1 is the first heading, which is my personal marathon training plan. So what I've done is I have written a little bit of content. I said, I know, the first sentence says I'm going to share my personal marathon training plan, and I talk a little bit about my experiences in marathons and why, I know a little bit stuff about it. And then I have, went on to talking about what is what is what usually I do for marathon training. So as you can see, this is something that if someone who wants to run a marathon, want to reduce the amount of pain they go through, they would like to. I'm sure they would like to find out how I train, or how I plan to train, so that I could have ran 4 marathons. So you can actually write about anything at all that you know, your hobby, your interests, anything that you have done before. You can write about anything, because in the world there are how many billions of people, and there are people searching for the answers that you have. So what you want to do is to really um, just really share openly your experiences and your skills. Okay, so this video is all gonna be about the entire process of how I write a blog post that is um, effective, that draws people in, that gets people to be interested in what I do, and maybe even come back next time to read what I have to say, and also more importantly to get them as a lead. Okay, I'll probably set up another video to talk about how lead generation is done, but a blog post is the first attraction, or might be the first attraction that attracts people to want to buy things from you. So this is really important, by the way. You need to, if you are blogging and you're intending to create income from it, you need to blog daily, and you need to blog about about something that helps someone, or something interesting, or something funny, that works as well, or you need to blog about something that is really important. The reason why you want to do keyword research is because you might think that people are searching for what you want to write about, but um, more often than not, people are searching uh, phrases in uh, maybe a different phrase. For example, if I said uh, how to plan for marathon, that might that might have reduced the 8,000 people who were searching for marathon training plan to probably about a few hundred. So you want to make sure that you you optimize your blog in a way that that in the keyword that people search for. Okay, so as you can see, I've done my H2, which is my subheading, is a marathon training plan. Okay, and that I gave a tip, say you must write it down. Okay, even though this is really simple, someone out there wants to hear this. Okay, and just um, one of the struggles that I had was at the start was who would want to read about it. Someone would. Why? Because someone who has ran only 1 marathon and been through a lot of pain, they will want to read about someone who has ran 4 marathons. That would be me, yeah. And someone who has never ran a marathon, and they would like some information, this information is going to be really valuable for them in terms of like, what should they do, what should they think about, and stuff like that. And uh and and I believe that everyone, each and everyone, as long as you're alive today and you're breathing, you have something that you know that someone else needs to hear, or someone else wants to hear. So you just need to be consistently putting out information so that you could be that person who helps someone. And if in it, when you have the opportunity, you can put in a lead capture system, which means you can get the person's email, and then this person for life, for as long as he or she wants to, would be in your list. And if you start building a list from today, you know a few months from now, a few weeks from now, you can start selling to your list. And that's how people make a lot of money online. Okay. So as I'm typing, I just want you to think about what it is that you can provide as a value to someone else. Okay, there is something that you can provide. What is something that you're passionate about that you can talk about, as for a few hours? Okay, is it your family? Could be your, something that you love, like gaming. Okay. I have a couple of things that I blog about. I've like I said just now, um, one of them is the cafes that I go to. um, my girlfriend made a list of cafes. Actually, her friend made a list of cafes that she wants to go, and my girlfriend just caught on with the interest, right? You know, and she made a list and that she wanted to go. And so now, just like the past couple of weeks, we have been visiting different cafes, and I've been taking pictures of those cafes and the food that we have been having, and I've been putting them on my blog. So anybody who comes and searches for good cafes in Singapore, and I'm sure there are a lot of people in Singapore who searches that, you know, uh, or some good cafe to hang out. They will, when searching for the keywords that I'm optimizing for, they will land on my blog, or my blog will be on the top three, or the top few pages of the search engines. Okay. So and another example that I have is, other than a marathon, is exercise. I'm not a I'm not a really fit person, but on average, I'm actually doing quite well. So I actually share my experiences about the commitment of waking up more in mornings to exercise, how I get over it, how even like sometimes even I set the alarm, I have trouble because I snooze the alarm. And this is kind of like, honestly, and people appreciate it, and when they read it, they actually understand. And uh, you know um you don't want to come out as a perfect person, because when you come out as a perfect person, the person doesn't go, oh, I can do that as well. So what you want to do is, you want to relate to them. You want to be able to say like, hey, I had this challenge too, and now I can do this, so you can too. And when people go like, hey, this guy makes sense, and I can do what he does and get the same result, there, that's where the magic happens. That's where people are attracted to what you write. Okay. Another thing is that I write a lot about is inspirational stuff. Okay. First of all, you might or might not want to do it in this area, because it's really kind of hard to find a keyword, uh, a very good keyword in this niche. Okay. However, if you work hard, and then you find a good keyword, that people search for all the time, that will be really really valuable for you. Okay. So um so i've been i so i just make sure, like, just to give you a few more tips for each blog that I do. I usually write a minimum of more than 700 words. The person that I learn from tells me to write about 500 each time, and I decided to do more than is required. And so every time I'll blog and I'll talk more than 5 to 700 words, and that serves two purposes. One, the search engines pick it up, and um, they see it as more information for the readers. Secondly, the people that come to your blog, when they see there's a volume, okay, there's a volume to your blog, they will their trust, the level of trust will increase. If you go to a blog and you see, let's just imagine now, right? If you go to a blog and you see that there are only three blog posts, okay, and these three blog posts is posted last month, what would you think of this blog? Now, if you come to my blog and you see every day I have a blog up, it can be about my life, it can be some information, it can be just some funny video, right? What would you think of the blog, right? You will know that I'm serious, okay? So I'm gonna show you one more time how I do the heading part. So, okay, for example, I'm gonna use Final Tips Marathon Training as planned. I put it in the middle so that it looks nice, and I put heading 3. Okay, as you can see, one of the X's that I have not done is I have not made one of the headings to include my keyword. Okay, and usually in my conclusion, I'll just like stress or pre-frame how important the three tips that I've given are, and just really round it up really nicely, and sort of like and sometimes I even tell them that there's really much more that you can learn from me, or much more you can read about to improve your results. See, what I did there was I made sure that if they were ever gonna find out more information about the same topic or the same keyword, they will remember or think of my blog. Okay, that's a little bit of a funny uh, a funny strategy that I use. And there are many other such strategies that in terms of content writing that I can share with you as well. But this will be quite a long video if I shared them with you. Um, so what you want to do is also as well, you want to make your blog really nice. Usually I'll put a picture in the blog post, and this blog post I didn't put it because I didn't take my own pictures. But you do not need to have your very own pictures. There are many pictures online. However, there are pictures that are copyright, or there are pictures that if you want to use them, the owners of those pictures will want a certain royalty. Okay, you know if you are a photographer and you take a picture of a really beautiful butterfly and put it online, you can actually decide to copyright it and sell it to companies for them to use it on their blogs in high definition for a fee. So but don't worry about that. It's actually a strategy to find free free images that you can put on your blog. Okay, I call it the loyalty free images. Okay, some of my blogs have that, but only those which are really dry. Because what I do is yeah, and you want to learn this as well. You want to make your blog as visually interesting as you can. Okay, and Power Network has done a great job with that already in terms of how they place each blog post, how the banners are placed, and how the colors and all that is all been researched. I believe I'm not wrong. 45 or $47,000 have been spent on the research of the look of the Empower Network blog. And you can put your picture on there to make it more personalized. But they basically they did a really good job with uh, how the blog looks. A lot of science has been put into it to allow uh, you know uh, any person who comes into the blog to realize that this is a to think, or even subconscious think this is a professional blog, and to want to be engaged, or and in fact, the interesting thing is I heard that that even the banners are scientifically placed in certain positions so that the people, whoever comes to the blog will click it. Okay. um if you do come to my blog, on the right side you will see a banner. Now that banner is strategically put there. Why are banners not on the left side? Because most, I wouldn't say all, but most mouse, computer mouses are usually on the right, isn't it? Yeah. So if you're reading through the blog post and you go, oh, this is an interesting ad, and your mouse is already there. Why? Because even if you're reading with your mouse, your mouse will be pointing on the right. Therefore, you do not have. It makes it easier for you to click on it. Takes away one step. Okay. And that's another thing that I can teach you as well, is how to reduce the number of steps between a sale. Okay, so there's a lot of processes that happens before a sale. Why can I teach you this? Because I've already made a sale. Okay, so see, again, see, I'm teaching you what I have, what I know. Am I making thousands of dollars? Maybe, well, maybe at this point in time, no, but I have made a sale. I've profited. So what you want to do is between me and you, okay. Um, Another thing that I learned is that you sell your result. Okay, you sell your last result. So the result I have now to offer you is I have the knowledge of being able to sell products online, you know, and if you're willing to work with me, you can click on the banner on the right, or you can click on the link below. I'm sure if you're watching this on YouTube or any other media that I'm putting it in, putting this video in, you'll be able to get a pretty clear and good idea of how professional and serious I am about this blogging business, and I'm here to help you as well. Because when you succeed, I succeed. So there is actually a video that you can watch at the after you click the banner on the right or the left, you put in your email, and it's probably about 20 minutes. And if you if you resonate with what you see, just get all in and get started, and we can get you making 100% commissions. Okay. um, and in this video I will not explain what 100% commission, why we were able to pay out 100% commissions, but you will learn it in that video. So instead of spending time explaining to you here, this is really more about the blogging process. Okay. So as you can see, the last few portions that I'm doing is I'm just talking about how that person, in fact, I'm actually motivating the person to start jogging and start applying the things that I've taught them. You see, if they go out there and they really follow the three tips that I've given them, and they got some results, don't you think, right? They will be even more. They will trust what I say more. Yeah, because this is what I do, and these are the results that I get. So, uh, and so um, if you can get someone to come back a second time, it's gonna just play such a huge part on your credibility and on your sales. Okay. So if you are really serious about not just dabbling on the internet, you're really serious about making money, the truth is, okay, you have to learn a certain set of skills. You have to put in the effort. However, you do not, okay, I repeat, you do not have to be a guru. Not a guru. I'm just an average person, I'm an average Singaporean living in Asia, and I blog daily, and I've made a sale. So you can too. I'm saying you can too, okay? So if you know the process and then you can repeat it again and again and again, you're gonna build out a business that can pay you for life. What I usually do at last is I do a call to action. Okay, every blog post, or most of my blog posts, sometimes I don't do it because sometimes it's just pure fun, to share with my friends what's going on in my life. um, but a call to action is really important. So you can, with the great thing about Empower Network is you can basically blog about anything at all. You blog about anything and you attract the people who are searching for those keywords. And when they are in, if they have a slight interest in increasing their income, improving the quality of their life, okay, and they click on the banner and they put in their email, okay, and they buy the blogging platform, you get paid 100% of that commission. Okay, just imagine if you could get paid 100% on a commission. That would mean, what would that mean? That would mean that you would have broken even on your very first sale, and every other sale after that would be profit. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. And then, as you're seeing the way I'm blogging, and you can go and check out my blog, you will realize that you can do this too, and you feel this immense confidence that you can work hard and you can do it, and you can make 100% commissions on the internet. So what I'm gonna do now is I've finished my call to action. Yeah, this is the event I'm going. I'm gonna show you what I do. So what I go to my tools, and there are lead capture pages. What these pages are is these are pages where people can put in their email and be locked into my list. So I'm gonna choose this one. Should I choose this one? Oh no, actually I think this one will be better. Okay, so I'll just copy this and I'll hyperlink it. Okay, if you don't know what a hyperlink is, it's okay. It's this button over here, but you can. I'll teach you when you come on board my team. So what that is when I keep this, when the reader clicks on this link, they'll be directed to a page whereby when they key in the email, they'll come to me. Oh, as you can see, my SEO is still telling me that I'm only 55.56% um, optimized. So there's still a couple of X's, which is fine. However, usually I will make sure that as many ticks are covered as possible, so that my SEO score can be higher, and that will mean my page ranks would be higher. Okay. And usually I'll read through one more time and edit it, but probably not for this blog post. So what I've done also as well is if you can see the bottom three crosses, the red crosses on the right. Uh, the first one is you do not have your keyword bolded. I just did that. Second one is you do not have your keyword italicized. So I'm gonna do that in a moment. Let me just find the next keyword, marathon training plan. That's it. Okay, let me just yep, it. And as you can see, I've done it. I'm gonna just do the SEO presser one more time to see if those two ticks are up. This should be pretty simple. Okay, let me just okay, well, we'll just do that. Click it and just enter it. As you can see, the two ticks are done. So now it's 70%. So I'm really comfortable with 70%. The last one is underline. I tend not to underline it because visually it's just not very nice. I'm just gonna do some more aesthetics changes to this blog post, make it look really professional, and end with a goodbye. Till next time, have a great day. And I'm just gonna go ahead and click on my categories. Okay, and so I even put in text. Sometimes text actually in um, help when people search for content, articles to read about. Text will say that this blog is about what. Okay, so usually I put 3 or 5. So marathon training plan, jogging, and then there should be enough 3. Okay. and I think we are about ready to post it. So I'm just gonna put two more: exercise and goal setting. Okay, that's about it. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let us put a picture. Let me just show you how to put a royalty free picture image on your blog. So here's how I do it. Okay, this is free information. Okay, I actually learned this from my mentor, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So you go and click on the royalty free image. This one is a good one. Free digital photos. What they do is they have some photos that are paid and some photos that are free. So what you want to do is you want to find something that is find a picture that is related to what you blog about. So I'm gonna just put running, run, and then they will have a whole list of images that you can search for. Okay, go to page 2. Nothing really interesting. Uh, okay, I think I'm just gonna choose this track. Okay, uh, running track. As you can see, there's a free one and there is the paid one. The free one is small, so I'm gonna just click download it. Okay, why is it not working? Okay, click it again. Oh, something's wrong. Let's try it again. Hmm, I wonder what's wrong. Oh, I really want to show you how this is done. So let's just wait a little bit more. I'm gonna try to download it again. Let's try this one more time, okay? Okay, so click download. There we go. Okay, so you just have to key in a these words because they don't want like bots downloading all their images. History repeats itself. Then you click download. Oh, sorry, the following information is required. Okay, so you just have to click on the terms and conditions, say yes. The opposite of heavy is light, right? Opposite of heavy is light. So this website is really interesting. They even have questions for their anti-bot application. So you click download. You just need to find out which folder that is. You know, all this is going to be very easy once you do it a couple of times. Okay, so it's opening. Okay, so it's in the download folder, ID 100. Okay, so we're gonna just close this. And I'll click here and I'm gonna insert a media. I'm gonna choose the file from the download page that I did just now. There it is, ID 1008. Okay, this one. You open, you upload it. It's gonna take a couple of seconds depending on the internet connection. And there it is. Okay, so there are a couple of things that you can optimize. You can optimize your image as well. So what you're gonna do is in the alternate text you key in the keyword. Okay, so for example, marathon training plan track. What this does is this optimizes this image on your blog. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so put it on the right so it looks like a little bit of an article, medium sized. Okay, not too big, and insert it into the post, and it should come out nicely on the right. Okay, now as you can see, it's on the right, but in the blog it will come out really near the words. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to edit a little bit of the space between my words and my picture. So I'm just going to 17 because I love the number 17. I'm going to put it on the margin on the left. Okay, so that it will come out really nice and not too close to the words on the main block. Okay, so we click publish, and voila, a really nice post about marathon training plan on my blog. Okay, so if you think you can do this, if you think you can blog daily, follow the steps, this is actually the easiest way you can make money online. So if you're interested, click on the link, click on the banner, put in your email, get all in, and then I'm gonna contact you in a very short time, and we can get you started earning 100% commissions. See you around. Have a great day.